Hey guys, I'm Derek.
I'm Alex.
We're with Mayday Parade. We're here hanging out with DutchScene.
So hello guys, how are you doing?
Very well, how about you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. So how has the tour been so far? You played a couple of shows in the UK tour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we're kind of close to the end of this little bit, this run here. We've been in the UK for about 2 weeks, and then we've had 2 shows in mainland Europe. We had 2 days off here in Utrecht, and now we have 5 shows left.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's cruising by, and it's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun. Been with great bands, good shows, lots of fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you have been around for quite a while now, but this is only your second time here. Your first club show, and it's sold out. That's awesome, right? I mean,
Yeah.
are you excited for tonight?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty wild that, like you said, we've played in Amsterdam once, but we've never played here in this city, and it's just it's cool that our first time here, the show's sold out and everything. We didn't really know what to expect, and we were kind of bummed that we haven't been into mainland Europe very often.
Yeah.
You know, we want to kind of come here a little more often, so it's cool to see it building and everything, and yeah.
Yeah. And so what's your favorite thing about touring?
To me, it's like the traveling. I don't know, it's really cool to come here, you know.
Seeing different places. And
Yeah, I've never been to Utrecht before, so it's really cool, like, to walk around a little bit and see the city center and all that.
Yeah, I'd say the traveling is amazing. You see so many places you'd never get a chance to see, and then obviously playing the shows every night is a lot of fun, and just the whole experience. You know, there's always something to do every night. There's always hanging out and partying and just good people, and it's great.
of course the meeting with your fans.
Of course.
Yeah.
The people who buy your music, and
Yeah.
it must be cool to
Meet a lot of cool people, interesting people, make friends all over the world. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. And so how do you like being on the road with Men Overboard and Divided by Friday, which you took on this tour?
Yeah, it's great. They're both great bands. We've known them, in the past. We've done tours previous to this with both those bands, and so it's been cool. And we're sharing a bus with Man Overboard, so that's been really nice. We're very close quarters with them, so we get to hang with them all the time. And it's also cooler. The first time we did mainland Europe stuff, it was just us. There was no package. We'd have just a local band play every night, and it kind of makes it a little bit lonelier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool to have other bands on the tour, and it's more of it's a bigger unit. So I don't know. There's just more going on, and it makes it easier, I guess.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you released your latest album, Monsters in the Closet, a few months ago. Does it have one central subject you would like to tell me more about, or is it like a lot of different subjects?
Yeah, I mean, there isn't really like a one overall theme or anything like that. I don't know. We normally don't ever like plan out or talk about themes for an album or direction for an album. We just kind of try and write the best songs we can, and then try and make them work the best way they can together in an album, and that's about as far as we.
Yeah, we've never had like a concept for an album or anything like that.
And so what are your songs based on? Because most of them are quite sad. I hope it's not too personal.
Well, it just depends. I don't know. That tends to be the stuff that you want to write about. I feel like a lot of art is about love and loss, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of it comes from personal experience and just life experiences growing up, but not all of it is. Some of it's about friends or family or whatever, and I don't know. It's all kind of vague. A lot of songs are about maybe a bunch of different things, not just like solely about one person or one incident or whatever. And I don't know. It comes from a lot of different places, I suppose.
And what's your favorite song of the album?
I think Ghost is my favorite.
Why?
I think Ghost or Hold On to Me. Yeah.
For what reason?
I don't know. It's just I just love that song. It's the one that I was excited about for a long time before we even went and started, getting ready to do the album, and I just love the energy of that song. I think it's got a lot of different elements in it, and it's just a cool overall song.
Yeah. I know you've just barely released your album, but are you already working on new stuff? Does it ever stop, like the process? Or?
No, I mean, like, yeah, you're right. This time right now is where a lot of the beginning of the writing happens. Like, I have a bunch of ideas, and I'm sure everyone has a lot of ideas that we'll be working on, and then, you know, we're touring for the rest of this year, so early next year we'll get together and kind of compile all of these ideas together and basically write the next album. But yeah, I have a handful of stuff that I'm really excited about for the next album, and yeah, it's cool.
Cool. So you've worked with Zach and Kenneth on almost every album.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about these collaborations that you like so much? Why is it some sort of a tradition, actually?
I feel like we get along with them really well, and they accept our ideas, and they kind of, if our ideas suck, they kind of help make them better, you know what I mean, without losing our own individual flair, you know what I mean? So it's really comfortable, and I feel like they kind of make what's good about us better, in a very fun environment and very accepting environment.
Yeah.
And I think that's what works best for us, you know what I mean, as a band. We've gone through an experience where it was really a lot of negative energy in the studio. I think the point of that was to kind of like push us, but it didn't push us. It kind of just held us back. Mm-hmm. Whereas Zach and Ken have a more positive approach, which lets, I feel, our band flourish.
So you think your next album or whatever next release will be made with them too?
I mean, we haven't talked about it, but I would think that's pretty likely. We just know what to expect with them, and we know that it works, and you know, like he said, we've done one album with a different producer, and it was just not a great experience, and we wouldn't want to risk having something like that happen again. You know, we know that they're amazing to work with, so it's tough to want to try and go anywhere else, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of a safe option, actually.
Yeah.
So speaking of collaborations, if you could pick any artist in the world, who would you like to work with somewhere in the future?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, anytime we're asked that, I feel like any of the artists I would think of would certainly not want to do a collaboration with us, you know. So.
But imagine you could pick anyone.
I don't know. I'd say like Brand New or something, probably.
Yeah, I think for this band, I think Brand New would be cool. I don't know. I can't really think. It's weird because kind of like going with what we were just talking about with the producers. Yeah. I almost feel like it's kind of better that it's like very, very like closed off. Like it's just the five of us that kind of like have the final say creatively. And I really cannot think of like anybody that I think would mesh well with that. Like that would be accepted in that. No matter if it was Jesse Lacey or like, you know, even like Paul McCartney. I think Paul McCartney, like, I think that, me personally, I think that would be cool to work with him, but other than that, I don't.
Yeah, of course. So you were featured on the Neil Punko's 90s album. What was it like to record a cover of Come Down?
It was cool. It was great. We went, there's a studio about 2 hours from where we live. It's where we've recorded pretty much most everything we've done besides our full-length albums. So our first EP and the Valdosta EP and a lot of the Punko stuff we've done. But it was great, you know. At this point, it's kind of become like we've done enough of those that, you know, it's I don't want to say it's easy, but we just kind of we don't stress about it too much. We pick a song, we try and think of some cool things we can do with it, and then just go in the studio and spend 2 days kind of just building the song, you know, lay the drums down and build the song. Actually, this time around, we recorded a lot of it live. We tracked a lot of the song live.
I think that's something that was extremely unique that we've never done before, and was probably like the most like adventurous that we've gone like recording. And I think it turned out awesome, and was definitely a very cool experience. And I'm excited with how the potential that has for for Mayday Parade. You know what I mean? I think that could make what's good about this band a lot better. Personally.
Yeah. And so what made you pick this song? I mean, are there any memories attached to it, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, with punk goes 90s, I feel like there's just dozens and dozens and dozens of incredible songs to choose from.
Yeah.
And so it was really, I think it was just what song we thought we could do well, and what song we thought that we, like us playing together, would be cool. And it just seemed like, listen to that song. I don't know. Like I said, there's just, you really just got to kind of pick one, and with that many options, I feel like we could have done a whole lot that would have been cool, but we all love
You
that
make
song.
your own cover album.
Yeah.
So another subject, you're on the US leg of Warped Tour, of this year's Warped Tour. Is there any chance of you being on the European one as well?
I'm not sure. We haven't even talked about it or anything. Do you know when it is?
It's in the fall usually. isn't it?
Probably, yeah, somewhere.
I don't know. That's really tough to say. We don't know what our plans are in the fall at this point. But it's certainly a possibility, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. So you've also worked together with Glamour Kills recently. What is your connection to fashion? Do you actually care about that a lot, or?
Well, it depends on who you ask in the band, I suppose. But we've always had a great, since 2007 Warped Tour, when we were on Warped Tour, and the company Glamour Kills was on Warped Tour as well, and we met them, and they gave us a bunch of shirts, and we kind of started building the relationship where we would, eventually do photo shoots and, compilation, then eventually the Glamour Kills tour and things like that. So we've just kind of known them and been friends with them for a long time.
And with your own merch, how is that being made?
Jake,
Is any of you?
Jake, our drummer, and then Tyler, our merch guy, both of them kind of pick and choose to come up with ideas for designs. And we have people that do the designing, and we kind of or they usually kind of
Just help
narrow it
oversee.
down.
Yeah, just help kind of oversee all that.
Yeah.
And but it's the merch company has designers that send us ideas and stuff. So.
Okay. So what are your plans for the future? Do you still see yourself living this lifestyle in about 10 years from now?
I don't know. I mean, that's tough to say. Since we started this band, it's just been taking it, a month at a time, and this is what we're doing, and we've never looked, 5 or 10 years into the future and thought of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'd be amazing if we still were able to maintain what we're doing 10 years from now, but I don't really know. It's really tough to say.
Yeah, it's weird because Derek's right. I feel even now, it's kind of weird because we were talking 6 months in advance. We were planning things 6 months in advance, and we've never really done that. It's usually been 3 months. So it's very you talk to your friends and they're all like, yeah, I'll be working here every day, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'll be in 5 months. Who knows?
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to finish this off, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Just thanks. Thanks for the support and the opportunity to do things like this and travel around the world. We're having a good time, and we definitely appreciate it, and we're just happy to keep on going.
Yeah.
Well, that's it then.
Cool.
Good luck tonight.
Sweet. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.